Stop thinking about how you feel about selling your products and services and shift to thinking about what you deserve. This is the conversation I'm having again and again, especially this year with my clients in order to help them to sell. Because as human beings, we are emotional. Our emotions do tend to get in the way. They help us in so many ways, but of course, emotion can cloud judgment. It can mean that we make irrational decisions, and also our emotions can keep us stuck for a lifetime. Specifically when it comes to selling your products and services, of course, you want to feel good. That makes sense. But what if you're not feeling good today? I want you to be able to sell on your very best day, and I want you to be able to sell on your worst day of your life. And when we remove the emotion and we recognize that this isn't about how I feel about selling, because if we focus on how we feel, then you're constantly going to be in reaction. When you're making sales, you're going to feel good and you're going to go, wow, isn't this amazing? But then what happens when you don't make sales for a few days? Or what happens if you're going through a particular tough month? And every single business, I don't care what anybody says, every single business, small businesses all the way up to multi-billion-dollar brands, have a good and bad times when it comes to sales. Some of the best salespeople I've ever met in my life, some of the most successful people I've ever worked with, they go through peaks and they go through massive troughs. They go through times that are so dark. But at the same time, imagine if your emotions were dependent on something external. This feeling only comes from oh yes, I'm making sales. That validates that I'm good at what I do. No, remove all of that. Shift to what do I deserve? Now, the great thing about shifting to a mentality of what do I deserve, you start to have real insight on where you're at. Now, you might look at it and go, well, shit, I've been lazy. I'm not doing any sales activity. I'm not bothering to learn how to sell my products and services. I'm not studying how my market buys. I'm not observing how my clients are specifically buying, especially what objections they're giving. So I'm not making any changes. Okay, so I don't deserve much. But isn't that great? Instead of an emotional response, you're getting a pragmatic response. You're getting real life data. And the data never lies. But the issue is, if we continue to be emotional about sales, we will continue on that emotional roller coaster. I've been lucky to train tens of thousands of people in sales over the last 20 years, and everything from beauty therapists to graphic designers, all the way up to the world's biggest brands and the top salespeople. And one thing that I've seen again and again and again is that, and I hear it straight away, is that when someone isn't doing well at sales, they fill in the blank with a story, and it's normally a bullshit story, and it sounds something like this. When I ask them how are your sales going, they go, oh, I've got this going on, and yeah, I'm also working on this right now, and I know in the future that, and it's just stop with the story. That's all the emotion, and we're trying to fill in the blank that we don't feel good enough. But when I speak to somebody who's succeeding with sales, whether they're having a good or bad time in life or in their business, they always reply with a pragmatic, and they reply with the data. They will say, well, I've got 3 appointments booked today. 2 out of the 3 appointments are strong appointments because I've qualified them before I even booked them in for the call. The 3rd one I'm not sure about because I didn't actually book them in. It was one of my colleagues that booked them in, and my thought process is 1 out of the 3 are going to go ahead with a transformation today because the basis of the conversation that we've had, they seem very ready to buy. Can you hear the difference in that language, right? We remove the emotion. We don't want to be emotional about selling our products and services. We want to be excited to go and sell them, of course, don't get me wrong, but we want to get down to the data. So ask yourself today, first of all, are you caught up in your feelings when it comes to sales? Because if you are, that is a scary roller coaster, and it's one that it comes with a lot of turbulence, and you're going to constantly feel that you are in reaction to the sales in your business. It's not a very nice place to be. And also it doesn't give you clarity in what your next move should be because everything is survival, everything is reacting to what is happening. And that can help you in the short term, but over months, years, it is a terrible way to try and run your business, okay? However, when we shift again to what do I deserve, then you start to get that data. So first question is, have you been focused on your feelings when it comes to sales? Or are you asking, well, what do I deserve? This is great in relationships too, right? Like a lot of the time we look at maybe you've been in a toxic relationship and you end up chasing that, you become attached to that person, you're chasing that person, and then one day you wake up and go, hold on a second, I'm not going to chase this person anymore. What do I deserve? Do I deserve to be in a relationship like this for the rest of my life? And the answer is usually no, I do not. So then you can start to make better decisions and you can win your power back. I want you to win power back when it comes to sales. Super simple message today. Win the power back, get back to you. Ask yourself, what do I deserve when it comes to my business? And then you'll know what to do. And by the way, if you know you deserve to sell like crazy, then definitely check out my community. We're growing, we're building. We have daily sales classes, live support. You get answers to your biggest questions. You get to practice your sales conversations, your consultations, and we just have one amazing community as well. So check out the link below for that. And yeah, it's time to get in the driver's seat and not feel like you're in the passenger seat in some scary roller coaster that is going backwards and you don't have a seatbelt. Take the driver's seat and win back some control, win back some influence, and win back your power, because you should be in your business. Have a good day today and let me know below.